then they get to know importance of psychologist, importance of physiotherapist, importance of performance enhancer, importance of world class infrastructure, importance of all these expertise.
And make believe our parents to support us, because there is a problem from the starting that parents are not supporting us.
And, parents and society are not confident because of our attitude and because of the ecosystem which is present as of now.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we have gathered here at the Ficci Turf 2014, a premier international convention on the business of sports, to discuss various aspects of interconnectedness of media, sports, corporate sector, and society. In 1876, an Australian named Ned Cricket won the World Sculling Championship in England. The news took 3 weeks to reach Sydney. Compared to today's 24/7 real-time sports coverage, instant Facebook likes and tweets, we can see clearly that while we might have traveled a long way from the era of simple newspaper reports to radio commentaries to half-hour highlights of matches to 24/7 direct telecasts, and now to all pervasive reach of internet-powered interactive social media, and yet the fundamental role of media in bringing spotlight on sports and sportsperson remains essentially the same.
The last 1 year has seen rapid progress, not only in the way the consumer has become much more active than passive because of the rapid influence and the growth of social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc., but also a focus on sports which are other than the traditional big names like cricket and football.
India cannot be a one sports nation, and a good content broadcaster always sells. So a lot went in designing the concept of the Hockey India League as a broadcasting property, ensuring that the level of production is world class, ensuring that the consumer experience at his home is something absolutely similar to what he or she would get at the stadium.
The television channels, a number of papers and magazines and individuals and celebrities that have been thrown up. Sports has given more to media than media has given to sports. Where hockey is concerned, where cricket is concerned, where kabaddi is concerned, where badminton is concerned, is because there are some individuals who understand the power of sport.
Today, media planners and buyers are actually looking at sports in a completely different manner. But I think there's still way to go, because the content acquisition cost of the properties are going over the roof.
Yeah.
The problem is that, looking at from a newer perspective, the acquisition rights are so high.
The good signs are there, the birth of new leagues, the interest by the youth necessarily in sports as a profession, as a career destination.
Specifically, we're talking about what is the recipe of success, what makes a successful athlete. I'll start with you, Priyanka. आप बताएंगे, आप एशियन गेम्स गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट हैं, आपने नेशनल रिकॉर्ड्स बनाए हैं, एशियन गेम्स रिकॉर्ड बनाए हैं. आपको क्या लगता है, आप सक्सेसफुल हैं?
हर किसी की नज़र में सक्सेस का अलग अलग मतलब है. मेरी नज़र में सक्सेस का मतलब है जो आपने टारगेट्स बनाए हैं उनको अचीव करना. और टारगेट्स कभी भी बंद नहीं होते, वो हमेशा बनते रहते हैं.
सरिता, आप बताएंगे क्या है आपके लिए सक्सेस?
खास करके मैं अभी तक जो कर रहे हैं मेरे लिए तो ये सक्सेस नहीं है. तब मैं ये गेम्स और के और जो भी मैंने जो ट्रेनिंग लिया है, जो भी मैंने जो परफॉर्मेंस अपना देश के लिए दिया है, जो फिर मैं लास्ट तक मतलब मेरा जो नया जनरेशन है उसको प्रमोट करने में, वो लाने में, अपना देश का जो मेडल लेवल में पहुंचने तक मैं ये इसको मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा सक्सेस है, ये सोचेगा मेरे लाइफ के लिए.
We are learn a lot from the sports and we are still learning. Now I'm a successful banker after I'm heading a branch for Indian Bank. So these all because of sports.
For me, success is to do to the best of your ability what you are doing. Each one has his own limitations physically, mentally, emotionally. As long as you feel that you have given your 200% to what you are doing, that for me is success.
टॉप लेवल पे, इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे सब उतना ही मेहनत करके आते हैं, तो मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ एक को दूसरे से बेहतर बनाता है. क्या आपने ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस किया है?
मेरा माइंड में उसको डोमिनेट करने के लिए पूरा मैं डोमिनेट करते हैं. पहले मैं सब प्लान करते हैं. ऐसे मेरा माइंड में हमेशा मैं ये सब कंपटीशन से पहले मैं करते हैं, तब मैं रिंग में जाके अच्छा भी खेलते हैं और परफॉर्मेंस भी दे पाते हैं.
Sports as such has seen a lot of changes, but specifically when you talk about a particular domain, which is sports business, sports management, what has been pretty much your understanding in terms of how the trends have been in last 2 decades?
Panelists talking about the media and their contribution of the sports in the last 1 year, and how the new properties are coming up, and exciting properties are coming up, and how best those things are being marketed. Being a marketeer for so many years, it's really a task.
I think across the world, if we take football as an example, the best teams are always the ones which have the best players, and it's no coincidence that those teams are able to support higher wage bills and pay their players more than the less successful teams. And that holds true at a level of teams within a league, but it can also hold true across leagues of different nationalities. So it does remain, as you suggest, a key challenge.
The product on pitch certainly has to be great. Would it be really defined and again, just understand, football pretty much is a team game. The symphonies, the orchestra needs to really come together. It would be a little unfair to say to go out and say that only the players will define it. I think it's a combination and a mixture of a lot of factors, but that's where certain kind of ingrained and deep-rooted understanding of markets pretty much come into play.
Over the last 2 years, I think, I can see a clear movement of, the interest level of sponsors or marketers moving slightly from cricket to other sports, and it is a fact which straight comes from the sponsors, because they say, can you get me something new? We do train the train the coaches program for a lot of coaches, and we also have a lot of school programs where we advocate 2 sports. So a kid can choose between these 2 sports, and we get into school. So we have expanded to far more than just being a player management company.
Every year we have tried to present a knowledge paper, and the initiative of the Ficci Sports Committee, the Skill Development Council, that also you have seen. There are several instances, the topics, the enriching discussions which has happened on different topics and different aspects of sports for the last 2 days. We have been able to, in whatever way, with our approach, with a limited approach, to convey how we can develop and enhance from infrastructure to the technicalities, the coaches, the grassroots level development. So Turf has tried to do its best.
In Ficci side, so one is the policy initiative, other side is the knowledge, what Mr. Sarkar has just mentioned, knowledge paper. Whenever we do some program, we come out with a knowledge paper, and this year, yesterday we released a paper on business of sports.
Huge scope for industry in sports, and basically sports nutrition, sports science, sports medicine, skills like video analysis. But the thing is that, we need an organized effort for better training of our athletes and upgrading knowledge of our coaches. So better performance, this would result in better performance at international level, which in turn would enhance the scope of the industry.
Essence of a sector skills council is to develop the national occupational standards and then put the structure in place for the awarding certification and also the delivery partners. What we are saying is that one of the things that you need to look at is to actually look at overseas models as to what the national occupational standards are there, and not use them as such, but use them as a base to then develop your own standards in association with people like ourselves.
We are very, very grateful to media and the sports person and all the speakers around here. Thank you very much and see you next year.